All right, joining us now, we've got members of the Alamogordo Golf team. We've got Cody Harper here with us, and, of course, Coach Tommy Standefer. We'll talk to Reagan Rhodes here in a little bit as well. Coach, how's the start of the season gone so far? Did you guys play at all last week?
We have started. We've played 3 tournaments now, and we're moving forward. We still hadn't played our full girls team that we think will be our team. We've either little sickness or a little a conflict with a cheer state or something like that. And on the boys' side, we're just kind of getting stretched out there a little bit and starting to go.
Yeah. How was it? I mean, because I know you guys went out to, I think, Roswell last Thursday. I know the wind was terrible last Thursday.
Yeah, it was really nice. About 60-mile-an-hour winds, and the kids are starting it out over the highway and bringing them back into the golf course. So it was a lot of fun. Yeah. Thought the kids did. We competed well over there, and a couple of teams played pretty well there. Clovis and Artesia both played well, but they're used to that. That's their style of golf course and their style of weather. They played well. Girls' side, nobody played really good. Reagan did get an individual leg over in Roswell, and so that was positive. And then we went to Ruidoso on Friday, and Cody got a leg up there, shot 79 at the links when it was. We started that one with snow.
Oh, really? Was it snowing up there?
Snow to start with. And then boys shot their best score of the year up at Ruidoso, so I was happy with that. And then Marissa Ortega was able to get an individual leg. Okay. So moving forward.
All right, very good. Well, Cody will bring you into this, and I'll ask you, what is it like playing like in 60-mile-an-hour winds?
It's terrible because I'm left-handed, so I have to play different than other people. Yeah. I have to start it out in different places, and it bothered me. I didn't play at all. I didn't play good at all that day.
Well, and I don't think anybody, I mean, you do the best you can in situations like that. Cause,
it was really hard to...
Because when you look at most professional golf and things like that, they'll call it. I mean, the winds are over 40, 50 miles an hour. They're not going to make you play. But you guys just got to tough through it, right?
Yes, sir.
Pretty much that's the way it is.
Yeah, we got through it. We played okay, but we should have played a lot better than we did.
Gotcha. Where do you feel like, and you're junior or senior this year?
I'm a senior.
Senior this year. How would you compare your game maybe to previous years? Where do you feel like you're at going into this year?
I feel like I'm a lot stronger than last year. My sophomore year, I qualified for state, but last year I had a tough go at it, and I feel a lot more confident about my game and where I'm at right now compared to this time last year.
Yeah, and golf's an interesting thing because obviously when you're competing in every event, you want to do well in every event, but it's kind of the long haul and trying to make sure you're playing your best when you get around to the end of the season, right?
Yeah, we gotta you have to play good throughout the whole year, but it's better to play better at the end of the year than at the start because you got to get hot going into state, so you can try to make a run at it.
Yeah, makes complete sense. And I mean, Coach, something we talked about as well with golf. I mean, compared to team sports, you guys are out there to help them as much as you can, but the kids obviously it's a lot of individual work and a lot of focusing on themselves, right?
Yeah, they have to spend so much time on their own. Once the season starts, I can knock 10 shots off of them here or there. But where they do the real work is over the summertime, is what they show up with, how much they play, where they go, that stuff. So
yeah, and I would say for the coaches, maybe decision-making more than anything else is where you guys can help them, right?
Well, sometimes I'm relegated to taking water around. But helping the kids with the biggest thing we can do as coaches during the season, during tournaments, is decision-making and kind of keeping emotions in check. Some sports... You can get a little emotional. It doesn't hurt your play much. Golf is one of those, if you get too emotional or you get the wrong type of emotional, it'll chew you up in a hurry. And that's the big thing we do. And then just help them make decisions on the course because sometimes your ego gets in the way of what makes sense. And you try to do things. Is this true, Cody?
Yes, he's nodding his head.
Yeah. You try to do things that are a little outside of what your ability actually is, and so that's most of what we do.
Yeah. Cody, you feel like that's where the coaches help you guys out the most?
Yes, we get a lot of help from them because most of your game is yourself, and I've had a mental breakdown, and I've had a coach come to me, and I played so much better because he just said 3 words, and it just turned my day around. 3 words here or there will turn I can go from bad to good or even good to bad some days.
Yeah, and I know it's becoming challenging for coaches because I know they're making some new rules and don't want folks out there as much anymore. And
really, all they did was take us off the putting green, and the way Rhodes and I read putts anyway, that was probably an advantage for our guys because we are famous misreaders of putts. All they've done is take the coaches off the greens, and we've always, since I've been here, and it's 20-something years now, coaching golf, we've tried to not be in their game all the time. We've tried to let the kids play, and we've been pretty successful doing it that way. But there's times you do have to intervene.
Yeah. Well, that was something I was going to ask you right at the top is, that you are, is this year, 22, 23?
Yeah, I started coaching golf here in 1994 with Scott Summers was the head coach, and then I took over as head coach in 97. So we've been at this. I've been at this a while.
Geez, you've been a head coach longer than I've been alive.
I know, Cody. It's and so we've had a lot of fun. It's been a really good ride with the kids, and we're at a point now that I'm starting to get kids playing that we had their parents back in the late 90s, and so I've got my first.
Second generation.
My first of the second generation are coming through now. So
that's great. I mean that you stayed with it, and then obviously that you continue to enjoy to coach these kids. And I see it every time when I'm out there. You seem to genuinely enjoy being out there with the kids still.
I think that kind of keeps me young and going a little bit. Not physically young, but mentally young. Out there, they're trying to do good, and I still enjoy that part of it. There's still an effort there on the kids' parts, and they're wanting to do something more, and I do appreciate that.
Yeah. And one more question for you, Coach, and then we'll let you get out of here because I know you've got some things you got to get to. Expectations for these groups this year? I know we talked about at the beginning. When it comes to district with the girls' side, what do you think that this team can do?
It's tough. The new districting with Deming, Santa Teresa, and Chaparral. Deming is good at golf, and have been here for about 15 years, and we're playing district tournament in Deming this year, and so that's going to be. They beat us the first time we've seen them, but once again we weren't playing at full speed. So we'll just have to see. We're going to see them a lot over the next couple of weeks here, and just see where we're at because it's been a battle with those guys for about 15 years because they've been pretty good. On the boys' side, it's the same thing. They beat us. We beat them the first time we saw them, and then they beat us the second time we saw them. And we'll just see how we progress from there. And both of the boys' teams had a bad day. So when we beat them, they had a bad day, and when vice versa. So that it was both teams had bad days. The girls' team. Until we play our full group, I don't know because they beat us pretty good the first time, but we were missing a couple. So,
all right, Coach, we appreciate the time, and we'll look forward to seeing how the team does the rest of the year. All right,
thank you.
All right, let's go ahead and switch back over to Cody Harper. As we mentioned, it is his senior year, and firstly, we haven't had a chance to talk with you in here before. I don't believe.
No, it's my first time being here.
Yeah, so happy to have you here. And who got you into golf? Because I always like asking this question because everybody has like a grandpa or a dad or somebody like that. Who got you started?
My dad did. Yeah. I played baseball my whole life, and when I was 13, I tore my elbow. So I went straight to golf, and I've loved it. I've loved it my whole life. I grew up out of the golf course. I grew up just with golf people. I just love the sport, genuinely love what I can do every day.
Yeah. And we were talking about with Coach and the individual aspect of it is that you have to go out there and play and keep your game going throughout the summer. It's tough for golfers to put down the golf clubs for 9 months and then come back out there and play. It's not something you can really do, right?
No, you can't. You have to stick with it the whole year. Even when the weather gets bad, you have to be out there hitting balls, chipping, putting, and doing what you can, because if you set down your golf clubs, you're going to lose 15 to 20 strokes by the time next golf season comes.
Yeah.
It is a year-round sport.
Yeah. And you can get it back. I mean, it's one of those things that as the season goes on, but will you get it back in time to earn enough state qualifying?
Yeah, that's the hard thing. It'll come back to you, but it's hard. That's what happened last year. I took 2 summers off because I just exhausted myself, and I went to golf season, and it just wasn't what I wanted. So this summer I worked harder, longer, faster, stronger, anything I could do. and it's helping me. I started out great this season. I've played good my first 3 tournaments, and I'm hoping to make it better.
Yeah, and of course you got your first state qualifying leg. For those that don't know how golf works, 3 state qualifying legs individual. Same thing with the team. If the team can get 3 legs, they get qualified for state too. I feel like tennis is kind of like this as well from the team aspect, that you guys are on a team and you're working together, but there is kind of individual aspect. What do you guys do in terms of maybe trying to help each other out? Is it more in practice that you can kind of help each other out?
Yeah, or you can just even if you're walking down the golf course and you guys walk by each other, come on, let's keep going, keep pushing, don't let it go. You can always get better.
Yeah, and I think that's the big thing, is just trying to keep emotions up and emotions straight. The thing about golf is all of us have probably tried it at least once, and very few of us can play it very well. But it's one of those games that sometimes you have no idea why your game is going in a weird direction sometimes, right?
Yeah, I had my second tournament. I happened to manage to do it, but my first 5 holes were just horrible. I started out so bad, and then I heard the team was playing good, and I was like, okay, I need to step it up. So I started stepping it up. I made some great shots. I made some great holes, and I happened to get myself to where I was okay and didn't embarrass myself on the golf course.
Yeah. As a senior, your personal goals for the season, I'm sure number 1 is making the state tournament, right?
Yes, sir. Number 1 in the state tournament, trying to make top 10, trying to make all district, and trying to make all state this year, because it's my senior year. I'm trying to go out with a bang.
Of course, hopefully see the team get there as well. That'll be a big
I hope
thing
so. We're a great team. We are a great squad. We just need to get our heads in the right positions. We have all the talent to make it to state. We just got to find the talent to make it to state.
Well, Cody, not too sure much else. I guess the question is also, with you being a senior this year, what are the plans for after high school? Have you thought about what's next for you?
Honestly, I'm hoping that I'll either go play, if I get an offer to go play golf somewhere, I'm hoping I can do that to further my game. Or if not, I might take I might go to high school, college on the hill, and get my game to where I need it to, and then try to go to a university and walk on, or even see if the coaches want me to try out for the team and see where it leads from there.
Yeah, and another fun thing about golf as well, there's so many ways to, if you keep working at your game, you can get into it in some of the smaller tours out there and things like that, right?
Yeah, it's a good thing. I can I can just practice and take a year off of major university college and just go do my basics on the hill and still make it into a little tour or something, and try to work my way up to the majors.
Well, we certainly hope that's the case for you, and hopefully, if you go into college, you've thought about what you want to study there yet, or still working
Physical education.
Okay.
PE teacher.
All right. Very good. Got that all figured out. I like that.
Trying to. I'm a senior, don't have much time, 2 months.
You excited, though, right?
I'm excited to graduate. I'm excited to get out, and I'm going to try to go travel the world, play golf, have fun.
All right, that's what we like to hear. Well, Cody, good luck the rest of the season, and hopefully we'll see you up at State, which is Albuquerque this year,
Yes,
right?
sir, it is. It's in Albuquerque. I'm excited.
All right, now joining us is Reagan Rhodes, member of the girls golf team. And Reagan, how would you assess your start to the season? Are you pretty happy with the way that you're playing?
I'm excited about the team. We have a lot of young girls and a lot of older girls with experience to help us. So it's been a little bit of a rough start, but it's coming together really fast, so it's exciting.
How would you compare where your game is at now, maybe in previous seasons at this point of the year?
It's a lot better. Everybody has improved, and our team gets along really well, and the coaches are just phenomenal. So,
what do you find better in your game? Putting, chip, your short game, your driving. What do you feel like you're better at?
I hit the ball pretty far.
Yeah.
But my short game has come together a lot more this season.
Yeah, and that makes a big difference. You can hit the ball far, but if you can't do well around the green, you can get into some trouble. Coach was talking to us earlier about you guys playing out in the disgusting weather in Roswell the other day, but you managed to get a state qualifying. Talk about playing in 50, 60 mile an hour winds and managing to hit good shots.
It was rough. We just knew from coaching that we had to hit it low and stay under the wind instead of try to go over it, and just stay concentrated instead of think about the bad situation.
Yeah, nobody likes being outside in that kind of weather.
No.
Having to play golf in that kind of weather is a whole different kind of thing. And as a team this year, do you guys feel like you can get some state qualifying legs as a team this season on the girls' side?
I really do. I think that we have a very good chance of getting all of them, and pretty soon, too.
Yeah. You picked up your first state qualifying leg in Roswell, shot a 94, and you'll get a chance at some of those other golf courses. You're headed to is it Artesia or Carlsbad on Monday? Both, okay.
Yeah.
So you guys play at both those tournaments, and those are golf courses that you guys haven't really played a bunch on, right?
Only once last year.
Yeah, so that'll be kind of a new experience for you guys. And then some of the ones that we see you guys out all the time, out in Roswell, Ruidoso, places like that. Do you like going out to new golf courses, or do you like being at places that you're a little bit more familiar with?
I would say both. I really like challenges, but I also like to be somewhere I know so I can manage to remember where I want to be and how to shoot and everything.
Yeah. We were talking with Coach Standefer about this a little earlier. Where do you feel like the coaches helped you out the most? Because, golf's one of those games, obviously, you have to kind of focus on getting your game better. Where do you feel like the coaches helped you the most throughout a season?
I would say definitely mental support, because it is a very frustrating sport, and they just keep us calm and tell us what we need to do and just remind us that we have the ability to do what we need to do.
All right, very good. Obviously, you feel like you can get your individual legs throughout the rest of the year. I'm sure that's one of your top goals, right?
Yes, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm sure that you'll get there, and hopefully the state tournament is a lot more enjoyable for you this year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, last year, for those who don't know, Reagan fell a little bit ill during the tournament and didn't get to finish. So this year, obviously, hoping that there's going to be a lot of food and everything. Make sure you're ready to go for that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You're a sophomore, so still a few years left. Is golf something that you want to continue after high school? Definitely.
I think it's my biggest opportunity for college, and I just got to keep working at it.
All right. And do you have an idea what you want to do in college, or that's still a ways off for you?
I'm really into child development, so hopefully that's where it'll be.
All right. Well, we'll certainly look forward to that. We look forward to seeing what you guys can do the rest of the season, and good luck with it, okay?
Thank you.
And just a few more things to add on to blame me, the interviewer. I didn't ask the question to Coach in terms of talking about some of the other individual players on the team. We obviously talked to Cody and Reagan and mentioned Marissa Ortega. On the boys' side, Chad McCallum, you got to figure to be a player that's going to run it, making some state qualifying legs this year. Marcos DePorto, Kyler Gray, Reese Matherly. There's a few other guys that competed over at the Alamogordo Invitational. On the girls' side, Savannah Otero will likely get some individual legs and help that team maybe get some team legs. Allison Guthrie, Michaela Johnson, and Ashlyn Schlobaum, throw those names in there as well. And I'm sure there's a few others that I did mention. It is by no means intentional. There's a lot of kids. I know they had 30 kids come out for golf this year. So, again, they're back at it on Monday. They'll go over to Eddy County. They play at the Artesia Country Club on Monday, and then Tuesday they will be at Lake Carlsbad. They're in Carlsbad for their next two tournaments of the year.